And one of the things that I have come to realize, y'all know Beyonce was just in Atlanta over the last weekend, and her husband Jay Z came out with the song Devin a whole lot of years ago. All I'm gonna say is 99 Problems. I'm not gonna finish the lyrics, but I know everybody under the sound of my voice hasn't been saved all their lives. But when I began to think about that, when I was titling tonight's Bible study, which is 99 Problems with One Purpose, because a lot of people, Sister Johnson, a lot of people are really going through a lot of stuff. Let's just be honest. Pastor Robert, it's almost like it's one thing after the other. Either it's something with your finances, then it's something with your health, and then it's something with your relationship, then it's something going on your job, Miss Wilson, then it's something going on with your kids, and then something going on with your aunt and your uncle, then something going on with your friend. It's almost like we've got 99 plus problems. One of the interesting things, Mom and Papa Tate, is that many of us, myself included, if we were asked the question, what are all your problems? We could literally go down a huge list of things. And I know, Andre, I know that there are people right now who are really asking God the question, God, why am I going through all of these problems? Why am I going through all of this hell and high water? Right, Jade? It's like, why can I just catch a break? Has anybody in here ever prayed that? Like, it hasn't been one of those, serious, God, I come before you humbly requesting that you give me answers on the travesties and the tribulations that you are taking me through. It's not like this poetic prayer like we would find sometimes inside of the book of Job. How many of y'all have ever literally just came to God and say, God, can I just get a break? Can I just have just a couple of months with nobody dying? Can I just have just give me the weekend where I don't have pain inside of my body? Devin, there are people who pray, look, if you can just make me and my spouse go one day without fighting, God. Can I please just get a break? I see you, Miss Wilson. Sometimes we go even inside of our jobs. And it's just like, man, if this manager asks me one more thing, if this manager or this coworker does this thing to spiral into now everybody else's work having to get doubled and tripled, and folk got to stay late and doing extra work because one other person messed up. It's like, man, God, what in the world are you doing? Well, the book of Second Corinthians. We're going to the second epistle, the second letter that Paul wrote to the Corinthian church. I'm going to read it from the King James Version, but then I'm going to swing around and read it inside of the New Living Translation. Okay, I love doing this, Devin, because, Bible study is supposed to be like this, and we have these different translations for a reason. David says inside of verse 4, that's where we're going today, who comforteth us in all our tribulation, that we may be able to comfort them which are in any trouble, by the comfort wherewith we ourselves are comforted of God. Now, this is one of the reasons why I don't teach or preach from the King James Version, because I just got tongue-tied just looking at it myself. The New Living Translation says it like this, and I think that y'all will appreciate this better. It says, He comforts us, talking about God. He comforts us in all our troubles so that we can comfort others, period. When they are troubled, we will be able to give them the same comfort that God has given us. Now, Devin, I already know what some of you all are thinking, because inside of your head, it's like, you just added one more thing on my plate, Wendell. I already told you I had 99 problems, and now you want me to go comfort somebody else with their problems. Look at what the text says. It's interesting, because the text says, it says that God comforts us in all of our troubles so that we can comfort others. The key word is this, that He comforts us in our troubles. I don't know who needs to hear it tonight, but the 99 problems that you got, you need to know that God is with you in the middle of the storm. God is with you in the middle of the health diagnosis. God is with you in that controversy and that divisiveness that's happening inside of your relationship. See, oftentimes, watch this. When troubles come, when problems come, we think that God has left the picture. When troubles come, when trials come, we automatically think that God is nowhere to be found. No, no, no. The text says that he gives us comfort in our troubles. It does not say, Devin, that he gives us comfort with our troubles. Pastor Robert, it does not say he gives us comfort for our troubles. Miss Wilson, it does not say that he gives us comfort about our troubles. No, the text says that he gives us comfort in our troubles. And that is good news. I don't know about you all, but that is good news for me. Because sometimes when troubles come, when problems come, when things are just going array and awry, we miss the fact that God is still with us. Now, not only is God still with us in the fact that he comforts us in our troubles, but the text says inside of that B clause, it says, for when they are troubled, talking about other people, we will be able to give them the same comfort that God gave us. Now, I'm sure when you first look at that text, it's just like, man, I got my problems. How can I comfort somebody else? I've got my issues. How can I comfort somebody else? I've got my own health stuff going on. How can I comfort somebody else? I've got stuff happening inside of my relationship. How can I comfort somebody else inside of their relationship? I done been from job to job. I done been, going through stuff inside of my finances. How can I comfort somebody else inside of what they are going through? And Jade, what God dropped inside of my spirit is that the testimony inside of this text, the power word, watch this, the power word inside of this text is not the ability that we have to comfort others. If you're taking notes, write this down. Y'all gonna give me 5 more minutes, and I promise you, this is gonna blow your mind because it blew my mind. Mom and Papa Tate, the ability, watch this, to comfort somebody else inside of their problems or their dilemmas, the same way that God is comforting you, it's not the act of comforting that we can find great joy in. So automatically, when we read that text, Sister Johnson, we're just like, we have this, compassionate view to say, yes, God has comforted me, so now let me comfort somebody else. Can I give you all a different way to look at this? And I promise you, it is going to really encourage your life. It is going to ease your depression. It is going to ease your stress, and it's going to ease your anxiety. Jade, you're going to love this, because in order for me to comfort somebody else means that I have to show a level of compassion towards that person who is going through, the only way that I can provide comfort really, who is going through the same thing or something similar than what I'm going through. Look what the B clause says. It says when they are troubled, we will be able to give them the same comfort that God has given us. There are 2 praise moments inside of this text. The first lets us know that you aren't the only one going through stuff. I don't know who need to hear that tonight, but you are not the only one suffering with your health. You are not the only one suffering inside of your finances. You are not the only one going through trials and tribulations inside of your relationship. The Bible declares that God is no favor of person. God has no favor of person. That there are thousands upon millions of people who got 99 problems too. But your one purpose, the one purpose of those 99 problems is for you to realize that there are other people, watch this, who might have it worse than you. And the reason why you have been called inside of their lives to comfort them. Look at what the B clause says, Sister Wilson. The B clause says, with the same comfort that he has given me. Y'all missed it. Devin, let me say it one more time. The reason that I can give comfort to somebody else who is going through some of the same stuff that I've gone through is because I can do it with the same comfort he has given me. Not is present tense giving me to what he has past tense given me. Somebody's going to catch it in the spirit in about 30 seconds. I'm not comforting you because I need comfort now. I can comfort you because God brought me out of that thing. And now I can tell you that he's able. See, sometimes one of the main reasons why God gives us so many problems and so many things, it's like one thing after the other, 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 is because God needs to get you through it, because your testimony is going to save somebody else's life. God is going to get you through it because your tenacity, your faith, your prayers, your belief in God is going to help somebody else who is currently going through. See, the shout inside of the text is not that I have the ability to comfort. Yes, that's great. Devin, the shout inside of the text is that I've been where you've been through. Look at where God has brought me. And the reason I can give you comfort is because if he can do it for me, he can also do it for you. And that's our power word tonight. That God has the ability to give comfort to you inside of whatever it is that you're going through, but also he's going to see you through it in such a way that you'll be able to tell somebody else he's able. He's a healer. He's a provider. He'll restore relationships. He'll open up doors that man closes. He'll open up opportunities that other people did not even see possible. When you were down inside of your lowest, God got you through that thing for a reason. And it's to tell somebody else of the goodness and mercy of God. So that's your power word today. Go out and comfort somebody. If you see somebody struggling, if you see somebody who is going through something that you went through, remember how God told you, you're going to make it. And sometimes, that's right, Pastor Robert, you've got to just go out and just tell somebody else, you're going to make it. It ain't got to be deep and spiritual. Mom and Papa ain't got to be one of those kind of things where, I heard a word from the Lord to give you comfort. No. Just go out and tell somebody. Text somebody tonight. Send a message to somebody on Facebook tonight and just tell them, you're going to make it.